Hey guys, Adrian Morrison here, and in this video I just want to show you how to reverse engineer Facebook ads in terms of targeting. I haven't seen a lot of people do this in the past, but it's something that I've always done, and it's really helped me not only come up with ideas, but find targeting options that I never really knew about. So having said that, I want to take a look inside of Facebook ads, and I just want to show you, I want to show you some of the features that people end up missing that could be very important. So we all know that you put in your website address. We all know that, you choose your location, your age group, your gender. We all know about this interests tool right here. But what a lot of people miss is the button that says more demographics. So let's click on that. And what I do is I kind of come in here and I just look. That's all I do. Like I may not even have a niche in mind. I'm just looking. And I come up with great ideas, and I find some really great targeting options aside from just the interest tool. So one thing is education level, fields of study, schools, and undergrads. So earlier in another video, I talked about how one niche is field of study, what your major is in college. So a lot of great shirts have been produced saying, pre-med or law school major, future attorney or future doctor, whatever. So click on field of study. And then you can type stuff in like law, and you can actually micro target to civil law, commercial law, tax law. Like tax law is a great one, especially around tax season and whatnot. So there's a lot of different little sub niches just under fields of study. You could even type in nursing, and there's a ton of people that market the nursing niche, and it works very well, and it's an evergreen campaign. Because look, sure, a ton of shirts have been sold already about people being nurses, but every single year there's another group of young kids that say, hey, I want to be a nurse when I grow up, and that's what I'm gonna get a degree for, or I'm gonna study for, to be a nurse. So there's always fresh leads every year that weren't interesting in nursing last year, but all of a sudden this year, they're studying to become a nurse. See what I'm saying? So you can go in here and you can just type in the different fields of study, and you can really bullseye target people based off of what type of degree that they have or that they're attempting to get. You can do this with job titles. So let's click on job titles. Now you could type in stuff like manager, right? And so you can target people that are GMs, assistant managers, product managers, store managers. Come up with a funny slogan about being a manager. I guess one way to do that would be like, come over here to Pinterest and type in store manager quotes or something like that. I've never done this before, so let's just see what happens here. If the plan to work doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal. So we're getting some quotes about work coming up here. So maybe we'll come over here and rather than do store manager, we'll do general manager and just see what we can come up with. And this is just pure research. Sometimes you find nothing, sometimes you find something really nice. So general manager shirt. So let's just kind of look through here. Okay, here's something. General manager, because freaking awesome is not an official title. Okay, so this right off the bat, gave us an idea I would have never thought about this unless I was looking inside of Facebook. And you can see obviously there are quite a few people doing it because right off the bat, we have a couple of shirts that come up. I'm a general manager. To save some time, let's just assume I'm never wrong. And you can see in here that there's quite a few of them. But coming back to Facebook ads, we could come in here and we could target people that say, hey, I am a general manager of some sort. And we instantly have an audience of 168,000 people that claim that they're general managers, right? So job titles, very cool. CEO, boss, assistant, whatever. I could think of some funny things for, people that are assistants, because I assume that, they probably have, some of them have divas for bosses, and they could get some funny shirts out of that. Home, net worth. With work, you got other stuff like employers. You can target people by ethnic affinity. So you could target people that are African American, Asian American, Hispanic. So a lot of people are very passionate about their roots, their cultures, their ethnicities. So there's a lot that could be done there. Parents. So you could target specifically moms that are big city moms, corporate moms, fit moms, green moms, moms with preschool kids, high school kids. I mean, imagine what a parent goes through with a child that's in high school. The kid, there's that stage in high school that kids go through. I went through it too, where mom and dad aren't cool and they want to stay out late and they want to get into trouble. I feel like one day when I have kids and they're in high school, I'm going to regret some of the things I did to drive my mom and my dad crazy when I was in high school. So I bet you there's some really cool stuff that you can come up with that. Psychotic parent, like stuff, crazy parent, whatever. But let's go with like fit moms, okay? We could target fit moms. We're hitting 7.8 million people that say they're fit moms. Come back over here to Pinterest and let's just do another search. And we could just type in something like fit mom shirt. All right, so instantly a bunch of shirts come up. Suck it up, Buttercup. Fit mom. If squats were easy, they'd be called your mom. That's really mean. I run to burn off the crazy. I mean, look at this one. It has 1,700 pins, 300 likes. So, right off the bat, we know this is going to be, a good design. So you can see here, it's just tons of options in here, tons of inspiration. We wouldn't have done that if we didn't hit this little button. And this is one of those things that, nobody shares. Like nobody, is really actively out there saying, hey, go look through this box and reverse engineer things. A lot of people, they recommend figuring out what your niche is first, and then finding all of your keywords first, and then going to build an ad. And that's great, and it works. I myself do it. But sometimes I like to, change things up, give it a little spin, a little twist, and I come in here and I just reverse engineer Facebook ads. And I go through their targeting having absolutely no clue what it is that I want to advertise. And this is how, if I have a block or something, I can find other things to do. So with the moms, remember, it's not just fit moms. There's green moms, corporate moms. There's a lot of stuff you could do with corporate moms, like working moms and new parents. Lots of stuff you could do there. Trendy moms. Very, very cool stuff. Facebook gives you access to, so many tools to help you be successful. No other platform, that I've ever seen in my decade of doing online marketing has been this sophisticated. Politics. So with politics, you can target people that are Democrat, that are independent, Republican, specifically very conservative or very liberal. So a lot of stuff you could do there. Lots of money to be made specifically right there. Then we also have behaviors, which a lot of people ignore. But there's a lot of cool stuff in behaviors specifically. So you got job roles like farmers, homemakers, and that's kind of what we looked at up there with more demographics. But you can also come down here and look at their purchase behavior. So you can target people that specifically have a affinity to purchasing clothing. So you go men's, women's, seasonal. Let's just do men's, and men's fashion and apparel. I'll click on women's, accessories, business, jewelry, luxury stuff, plus sizes, so on and so on and so on. So you can actually just target, almost all of these and hit people that you know that are likely to spend their money on clothes online, because Facebook knows they've already done it before, right? Home and garden, children's products. So people that are buying specific children's products or pet products. Look, you can target people who just own cats. These people own cats, right? These people own dogs. And remember, the dog and cat niche is a huge niche, and you can really hone in on targeting people that own dogs that also like, pit bulls. Let me give you an example of how that layer would take place. I would target dog owners, okay? So it's going to pull up 14.6 million people on Facebook that through behaviors, Facebook believes to be a dog owner. And Facebook is right most of the time. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to type in pit bull. Not the rapper, but the dog. And it's going to bring up 2 million people that are dog owners that own pit bulls. And this is important to do because sometimes just because they say that they like pit bulls doesn't mean that they necessarily love them to death and own them. It could be one of those things where they'd like to have one, but they don't own one yet. So you want to try to get as bullseye targeted as you possibly can. All right, so that's called layering. Just let's look at a couple more for this video. Residential profiles, seasonal events. So you could target people that like basketball, cricket, football. This is a big one. I've used this one a lot in terms of selling shirts that are football related, and it worked very, very well. Travel. This one's really cool. If you don't travel a lot, you probably don't know this, but there are a lot of things that I guess like inside jokes, so to speak, among frequent flyers. Little things that I travel a lot, so I'll be in an airplane and somebody will do something ridiculous. Like I've seen people doing yoga on airplanes. There's always that one person that just will not shut up, and they've drank too much and they're loud, and you're trying to catch a nap. And I look at other guys around, you can instantly tell if they're an experienced traveler. Just kind of nod and smile like, yeah, I think she's crazy too. Yeah, she's annoying me too, right? So there's a lot of funny little quotes and jokes and caveats to flying on planes that you can kind of make a humor shirt out of, or a quote out of, to put on a shirt. And you can target people that say that they are frequent flyers or frequent travelers. So here's the frequent flyers. And of course, planning to travel. So you can do a lot with this here. I could go on and on and on and on, which I'm not going to do, but you can really, really hit some bullseye targeted stuff. And that is one way that I reverse engineer Facebook ads. So give it a shot. And if you have a block or anything, kind of like writer's block, I call it niche block, then you can come in here and just look at everything that they have, and it can really help you get some good ideas. Then you can come over to Pinterest, and you could type in stuff like frequent flyer quotes. And you can, start searching through Pinterest for ideas. You could even type in frequent flyer shirts. And you'll see that, you have quite a few options that come up, like happy fright, have a nice trip. Okay, so that really is the, I guess you could say, gist of this video. It's reverse engineering. I always prefer to go in and check affinity scores like we've done also. But this is just another one of those options that you have that a lot of people don't know about that can get you some pretty tight-knit audiences and give you some ROI. So you're running a unique campaign. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one.